Because right after the Saqifa, right after that incredible, colossal, astronomical debacle, suddenly you have a new state, a new government, and this government needs to establish its authority. So what do? In the name of protecting the sanctity of the state, in the name of guarding its security, in the name of homeland security, call it whatever you want, they go after every political dissident, every single opposition figure, right? And they start with the weakest link. Who was it? The tribe of Malik ibn Nuwayra. Malik, remember, was the one that all Muslims narrate. The Prophet is sitting down in the masjid. He says to his companions, there will be a man who will walk into the masjid in a few moments. When you see him, you should know that he is a man who will go to paradise. Here's a person that the Prophet actually promised him paradise. So you could imagine, everybody's waiting, everybody's in anticipation. They're all waiting to see who this person is. Suddenly someone walks in and they don't even recognize him. Who is it, Ya Rasulullah? Who is this man? He said, go ask him. He said, my name is Malik ibn Nuwayra. The Prophet puts a stamp of approval on his forehead. He's one of mine. He's going straight to heaven. But he is a weak link because he doesn't live in Medina. He has his tribe. They're outside. So what happens? Khalid ibn al-Waleed, the one they call God's sword. He is dispatched. Now, what Malik does is that he says, I don't recognize this government. There's nothing democratic about it. There's nothing religious about it. It's just a whole new, made-up, wishy-washy new system that you've created for yourself. It's a perversion of everything. And so I don't recognize them. I'm not going to pay you taxes. I'm not going to pay you zakat. You're not going to pay zakat? We're going to make an example out of you. Khalid ibn al-Waleed leads a group of soldiers. They go. And one thing you'll notice as well, by the way, about these characters is that they are more treacherous than a snake. They're more treacherous than a snake. Had they had a little bit of bravery, a little bit of courage, there'd be room for us to try and accommodate, but absolutely not. God's sword ends up arriving there when it's nighttime. So they don't recognize who he is. He says to Malik ibn Nuwayra that I'm here and I've got my friends and I've got these people and we'd like you to be our host. Do you have any food? Do you have any tents? A place we could rest? Malik ibn Nuwayra becomes their gracious host, offering them food, shelter. In the middle of the night, they rise up, they go after the men, they kill every last single one of them, and they behead Malik ibn Nuwayra. Then Khalid takes his head, and he throws it in a fire that they had made to cook food for themselves. He throws the head in the fire. So next time somebody asks you, is there people or bodies, whether dead or alive, which are burnt in the history of Islam? Is the practice that we see Daesh and ISIS doing, is there any root, is there any sort of history to that? Is there any precedent to that? Well, the answer is Khalid ibn al-Waleed.